This is going to be Mike's Corvette. And right now they only have the Stingray on there, so it makes it easy for the dealerships to go through. And we'll class it up. Right now, you got your 1LT, 2LT, 3LT. Mike, you're on the 2LT?
2, yep.
So it'll list all the standard options that come on the 2LT. Then it breaks into the colors. So it gives you your base model, your MSRP, it even gives you, which doesn't matter, you want to go off MSRP because the invoice and the GMS supplier, those do not apply on this vehicle. Okay, so we went into, for the color,
Yep.
just click it down, we come down to the interior. We're
Oh,
going
it's
with
got
the,
some stuff on there.
oh yeah.
Oh, never mind.
No, that's the 2LT,
No,
that's a
never mind.
standard
Yeah, I
pack.
see. Yeah.
And then we're gonna roll through it here. Mike went with the, and we went with the HUR on the, for the black, which is right here. Your standard all the way down. We're gonna go down to the bottom and hit the Z71, which will preload all the other features.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. My name is Mike and I want to personally thank you for hitting that play button. Now today we are going to talk about the ordering process and status codes for your new C8 Mid-engine Corvette. But before we do that, I want to go over Corvettes at Carlisle with you one more time. We are 1 day away from the start date of that event. And I just want to remind everybody that I will be there along with Horsepower Obsessed, Seagarner Speed 252, Cars Guys, and DZR1 Messiah. So we hope to see everyone at our tent. Here is the location that we will be at. It's right next to the grandstands and over by the food. And so we just hope to see everybody over there. We'd love to meet you and shake your hand and talk with you a bit. And so, again, I want to talk to you guys mainly about the ordering process, status codes, and constraints. But I will be going over status codes with you. The first thing that I want to talk about is what my opinion is on how you should order your C8. A lot of people are doing this over the phone, and I totally understand if you live a long distance from your dealership doing it over the phone. But if you live anywhere near your dealership or even within an hour from your dealership, I would highly recommend that you print out the actual forms from Chevrolet's website when you go on to build your car. They actually have a PDF file that you can download. So if you're on Chevy's website, all you have to do is scroll down to the Corvette Stingray here, and then scroll down from here till you get to this pricing info, and then you can click on either one of those and just download the price guide. And when you hit this price guide, this gives you a PDF that you can print. And I would highly recommend that you print this, guys, and you actually circle what items that you want over here on the code and over here on the price. And that way you can add up exactly what you've got, figure out whether you still want it or not. And then when you go to the dealership, all you have to do is tell them the code instead of trying to say, hey, I want blue seat belts. They're not going to know off of that. They're going to want to know the code. So take this in with you to the dealership. It is much, much easier to do. It is still a little bit tricky because of the way that their system works. But again, I would highly recommend if you live close enough to your dealership to go ahead and do this option. Also, keep in contact with your salesman after you've left the dealership, because there's things that might pop in your head that you want to change. So you're going to want to call him immediately, him or her, whoever it is, immediately and get that straightened out. Also, tell them that you would highly appreciate it if they would call you with any questions or concerns that they have. So once you leave the dealership, they will send you this form. I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing because it'll give away a few things I don't want you to know. And so I'm just going to briefly scroll through this, but this is what they'll be sending you, showing you exactly what you ordered, that you will need to double check it, make sure that it's all correct, and then you will send back an email letting them know that everything is good to go and they can go ahead and submit the order to GM. Now, once your order is in at GM, they will start giving the dealership codes, and the dealership is supposed to send you those codes. And so what I'd like to go over with you is how you can read those codes and exactly what they mean. A lot of people don't know about these order status codes, but before we go over those, I also want to let you know that when you're ordering your C8, make sure that you know what the constraints are. If you're wanting this car, kind of on a rush thing, or if you just want it soon after they start coming out, make sure you know what the constraints are at the time that you order. And all you have to do is ask your dealership to give you those constraints that are currently on the C8. That way, if there's an item on that car that you think you have to have, but it's under constraint, you may change your mind and say, I don't need that because I want my car sooner than later. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here to the Mid-engine Corvette forum. This is where we are going to take a look at the status codes, or the order status codes. And so let's just go ahead and scroll all the way to the start of them. Now, when you order from the dealership, you're at 1,000, but 1,100 means that you place your order at the dealership. It was accepted by GM, and this does not mean that GM guarantees that your car will be produced, as that only occurs as the status code reaches 2,000. But it means that the order was properly filled out into the computer and the required boxes were filled out, but nothing more than that. So basically, let's just scroll through here and tell you exactly which ones are super important. So the next status code that is actually very important is 3,000, which means that your order was accepted. So if you look here, 3,000 means that GM accepted your order. And the next one that is actually very important, which is 4,000, which means that your vehicle was or is available to ship. Now the next status code that you're going to be excited to see is 5,000, which means that your vehicle was delivered to the dealer. And then obviously 6,000, which means that your vehicle is in your driveway. So as you can see, I get a lot of information from the Mid-engine Corvette forum. I'm leaving these codes up so that you can read each and every one of them. But I will also put a link to this exact page in the description below. And when you scroll down to the bottom of this page, you're going to see 4 more links that are going to give you even more information about your ordering information, status codes, and constraints for ordering that C8. So that's really going to do it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new that you did not know about your ordering on your C8 Corvette. So if you enjoyed this, please give me a big thumbs up. I can't wait to see you guys at Corvettes of Carlisle here in the next few days. And if you have not joined the Brink of Speed community, make sure you smash that red subscribe and bell notification so that you're notified when my new content comes out. And again, I hope to see you all around our tent at Corvettes at Carlisle. And I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your week.